welcome to the graduation ceremony exercises for the class of 2012. I would ask that you turn off all cell phones at this point. Please remain standing. And one other announcement. Someone parked their vehicle this morning and came into this facility thinking they had their keys. I can guarantee you one of you does not have your keys. So please see me after the ceremony is over, and you'll be able to drive home. At this point, I would like to call Annie Levine and Sarah Weiss to come join me on stage, and also the seniors in the chamber choir to come in front at this time. And now I'd like the Essex High School Junior ROTC cadets to come post the colors.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now would invite the class marshals to seat the graduates. I now invite Essex High School senior Hussein Bakswala to deliver the welcome.
So, when I first volunteered to do this welcome address, I thought it would be easy. I thought a 2-minute welcome, that's child's play. And so like everything else in my high school career, I left it to the last minute. Unfortunately, speeches aren't like homework. You can't copy them off a friend. And even though my friends did have some pretty good ideas, I'm supposed to keep this PG, so I couldn't really use any of them. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I got desperate last night and looked to YouTube for inspiration, which only made things worse. As it turns out, people actually say meaningful things in these 2 minutes. And that just ain't me. As I'm sure my classmates would agree, I'm not really known for saying meaningful things. But through all the YouTube videos and Google searches, I did realize one thing. The reason I'd left this welcome to the last minute is that I never really came to terms with being done with the 4 most memorable years of my life. I mean, sure, we've all been saying I'm done for the past semester, and maybe the past year depending on how bad senioritis hit you, but it hasn't come full round until now. Today is the last time we'll all be together as a class. It marks the end of a long and often really, really boring journey. But this little Indian boy from Canada is glad to say he spent it with you all. And on behalf of my fellow graduates, I'd like to welcome all you grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, parents, teachers, and other honored guests to celebrate the special day with us. Welcome to the Essex High School 2012 graduation ceremony.
After chatting with Hussein yesterday, I wasn't sure where he was going to be going this morning, but nice job. Nice job. I'm breathing better. Up next on our program is the first of our student speakers. I would like to invite Sarah Lawrence to the stage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to share this special day with us. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. You're sitting here today, waiting to move on to the next stage of your lives, a stage that, like all of life, will involve many choices. 5 years ago, I had the choice of where to attend 8th grade. My small town of North Hero decided to change the school system from K through 8 to K through 6. To me, my decision meant not only where I would go for 8th grade, but also where I would attend high school. Coming from the islands, I could choose any school I wanted. I decided to attend Albert D. Lawton Middle School so that I could move up to Essex High School. Now, let me give you a little perspective. Out of the 8 kids in my 7th grade class, I was the only girl. Essex High School is one of the biggest high schools in the state. Those two don't really line up, do they? Although my 8th grade year at ADL acted as a transition year for me, I still jittered with nerves as I stepped through those main lobby doors for the first time as a high schooler. The best part about Essex High School is the welcoming atmosphere. Students come from Essex, Westford, Georgia, Grand Isle, South Hero, North Hero, Alberg, and Isle of Mont. Even the students from Essex are divided between the town and the junction. The uniting of students from many different towns and schools creates holes in the social barriers that might have been built during middle school. The diverse student body makes it easy to meet new people and make new friends. But it's not only the students who create such a positive atmosphere, it's the teachers too. They are incredibly willing to help and extremely passionate about learning. The smiles that spread across their faces when students ask questions and the laughs you can hear coming from inside the classrooms are proof of their passion. Those nerves I told you about on my first day of high school were gone by lunchtime. I knew I had made the right choice when I chose Essex High School. Classmates, maybe you've been thinking about this day since the moment you arrived at Essex High School for freshman orientation. Or maybe you hadn't started thinking about this day until our first official senior meeting a few weeks ago. Maybe you have a plan all laid out for you for the next few years, or maybe you aren't quite ready for your familiar high school experience to be over. Wherever you are on that spectrum, today is the day. Think about the path you took to get here. Think about how much you have achieved in the past 4 years. Let me add that achievement is not based on GPA, a transcript, or SAT scores. Sure, we've learned a lot in the past 4 years, from aging rocks back in earth and physical science, and interpreting Shakespeare in sophomore English, to memorizing the properties of logarithms in pre-calc. We have memorized many things in an attempt to ace tests, only to forget them by the following week. What really counts is the education in life that we have learned from each other, the lessons that not only affect our minds, but also our hearts. What really counts is all the hard work you have trudged through, the laughs you've shared, the mistakes you've made, the games that you've played, the goals you've met, and the relationships you've constructed. Whatever memories come to your mind and evoke a feeling in your heart when I say these things is what you have truly earned from your 4 years here at Essex High School. Look around at the people in this room: best friends, parents, grandparents, teachers, and coaches. People who have been there for you every step of the way, pushing you to do your very best. Today, I want to tell you about someone who has been by my side these past 4 years, and who has inspired me. This person has taught me by example. About 3 years ago, after watching countless episodes of Chopped and Iron Chef America on Food Network, he developed a love of cooking. Pursuing his interests, he took 2 years of the Professional Foods program through the Center for Technology, Essex, and is headed to culinary school this coming fall. He has made a life goal of opening up his own restaurant, a goal that I am certain he will reach. This person has taught me to pursue what I love instead of what is expected of me. You know who you are, and thank you. Now, I'm asking you, fellow graduates, to pursue what you love. Make your first choice of the next stage of your life based on you, whether it be college, the working world, the military, or something else. I hope that your next stage in life makes you truly happy. After all, if you love what you do, you'll never have to work a day in your life. Congratulations again, class of 2012. We are all capable of doing great things.
Next student speaker, Alex Trick.
Seniors, class of 2012, this is it. No more binding class schedules and tardy slips. No more study halls or assigned seating. No more raising your hand to ask if you can go to the bathroom, or sassy teachers replying, "I don't know, can you?" And to all those teachers, I quote our president in saying, "Yes, we can." This is clearly an occasion to celebrate. Just don't go now. I have important stuff to say. In a couple of months, most of us won't be living with our parents anymore. No more getting asked to clean your room. No more having to come home by 11. No more lectures on how, when I was a child, I had to deal with communism and the Chinese Cultural Revolution. Love you, Mom. However, we did have it pretty rough this year without those senior privileges and not a single snow day in Vermont. Unbelievable. We all have things that we can't wait to get away from, though I know I'll never fully escape my parents. And that's exactly what many of us who are graduating see this graduation as: escape. Escape from the rules of your parents and the boundaries of this institution. Escape from being seen as a child. Escape from people yelling, "Trick!" everywhere you go. But on our escape from the dreaded things of our past, we may forget what we leave behind. It's not just state championship banners or bathroom stall graffiti. It's much more meaningful than the socks you left in your gym locker or the gum you stuck under that desk. We leave what is truly important in our lives, human connections. We may not take with us every math equation or verb conjugation, but we will remember the people from whom we learned them. I will remember Mr. Gimacello's vast intellect and borderline cruel sense of humor that made Hussein Baksawala and me hold hands at the front of the classroom to demonstrate French compound prepositions. I will remember Mr. Pellerin's wit, his ability to make easily understood the most complex topics in calculus, and his unorthodox shirt and tie combinations. And Mr. Weiss's kind, bearded face in both my advanced bio classes and at my sporting events will fondly be remember red. Everyone here has had at least one person at school that has made an impact on their lives. Whether the reasons for that impact are good or bad, it shows that the people in our lives help make who we are. In my 4 years of high school, I've had the privilege of being part of many teams and met many people. You may have seen the games we won or lost, or the banners we raised, but you did not see behind the scenes in the locker rooms, on the bus rides, and at the team dinners. Those are the moments I will miss and cherish more than anything. Sure, being on a bus with a bunch of smelly, dirty dudes doesn't sound like a blast for many, but the sense of family and community, the feeling of having friends that have your back, is to me more rewarding than any medal or award. It is unfortunate that this sense of togetherness in a community is so often evident only during times of loss. Frequently today, the breaking of a bond with another is the only way we can realize such a bond existed in the first place. Sadly, in our years here at Essex High School, we have all experienced such a loss with the passing of our good friends and classmates, Aaron Shui, Shatavia Alford, Chelsea O'Sullivan, and Brad Nadu. In these times of tragedy, I've seen an outpouring of kindness and compassion for one another greater than anything I've ever experienced. We will truly miss all of our lost loved ones, and in our grief, it is vital that we have support from friends and family. But why should we wait for times of tragedy to embrace the ties we hold with others? Now is as good a time as any to reflect on the people who have shared the same classrooms, hallways, and lunch tables, and to appreciate every precious second you sat with them, every test you battled through together, every nap you shared during Civil War documentaries, and every answer you copied off their tests. You know who you are. To my parents, despite what I've said, I've had a lot of fun these past 18 years. I couldn't have done it without you, and I appreciate our time together. To those of you to whom I was less than kind in these past years, I hope you accept my apology, and I appreciate our time together. To those of you who feel a bitter resentment toward the school and the people in it, I hope that you will find others to bond with on brighter future paths, and I appreciate our time together. To the nerds, the geeks, the jocks, the goths, rednecks, gays, drama kids, Jesus freaks, and every other demographic you may be rightly or wrongly associated with, you are all much more than a stereotype, and I appreciate our time together. To the teachers and faculty, whether or not I will use your lessons in the future, many of you are not given the credit you deserve for dealing with us. I appreciate our time together. To those of you who found pleasure in making fun of Asians, I forgive you, and I appreciate our time together. Just keep in mind, some of us know Kung Fu. So in the end, the bonds we make with others make our lives worthwhile. If you take away our money, our homes, our cell phones, and our Facebook accounts, you're left with family and those who feel like family. As we go our separate ways, the bonds we have formed will be stretched and sometimes broken. On our different paths through life, we must make new ties and hold on to those bonds that still exist. Just like Hussein's hands holding mine in Mr. Gimacello's class, our connections to people may get heated and uncomfortable, but the next thing you know, you'll miss that sweaty palm of friendship. So as we continue on into our colleges and careers, I implore you to reach out to others, and hopefully they will reach back. Thank you.
Each year, the seniors choose a faculty speaker to address the graduating class. The class of 2012 has chosen retiring chemistry teacher Martha McGraw to address the class. She's retiring after 35 excellent years of instruction to students. So please join me in welcoming Mrs. McGraw now.
Good morning. I can stand up here and not be nervous because for 35 years during a school year, I had 100 of you come through my door every day. And I have to tell you that I'm thrilled to be here and I'm honored that you chose me to say a few words today. This is the last Essex High School event where I'll be present with any kind of teenagers on a regular basis. And as I've quoted over the years, percentages of isotopes, let me use the fact that 99.985% of the times, my days as a chemistry teacher have been nearly perfect. The 0.015% of the time, and a lot of you will appreciate this, is when I had to address cell phones or dress code. I'd like to begin by momentarily shifting the spotlight from the graduating class of 2012, and I'd like you, as I can, to remind yourself that your efforts alone did not bring you to this day. Graduates, I'd like you to join me and think of all the family members, friends, teachers, counselors, coaches, advisors, community or church members, all the people who knew that you could succeed. Maybe they're here with you today. Maybe they're sitting in front of a computer and watching the whole ceremony in the comfort of their home. Maybe they've already passed on. But please take a moment, think from way back as a toddler when you first got your long-term memory to this day. And I'd like for you to join me in a round of applause for those people who poured into our lives. Let us thank them together. I have been so busy cleaning out cupboards of 35-year documents that I too waited until last night in the quiet of my screen porch to come up with some ideas to share with you today. I think I should start by sharing my most important secret. And some of you who have been in class with me already know the secret. And it is the secret to youth. When I teach about electrolytes, acetic acid, ionization, I often bring in my favorite food. and I share with students a jar of pickles. And I tell them, as I did a few years ago, you wouldn't believe that I'm 75 years old. And there have been ones that believed me. Today, brand new jar, I will be celebrating with you wherever you are. Second, I want to give you a quiet cheer. It's something that I use with my classes to show the particle movement. Oh, some of you do remember. And you can't believe that I'm going to do that today in front of such a group. But here it goes. I'll do what I've done in my classes, and then I'm going to make it into a cheer. I would say to my students, show me a solid. And I'd look around, and they had to be showing me a solid. And then I would say, let's change it into a liquid. And I would wait until all of them would do this. But the best is yet to come, because then I would say, let us vaporize those particles. Oh my goodness, we laughed, and some of them could not even make eye contact with me. Their best thought was, I am glad she is not my mother. And that was okay. Today, I'm changing the cheer. Happy graduation day. May you have many, many memories. And bless the class of 2012. Hand motions prevail. Some of you already have acquired a passion for success, power. You look forward to material gain, prestige. It's just in your genes. Some of you have started some volunteer work. You serve on committees. Community service is like second nature to you. Some of you change back and forth, or will, from one phase, success, to volunteering. That's what particles do. Why wouldn't humans? Then I had to come up with something for this phase. And there's a new mural in our school. I had no idea what the letters stood for, so I had to ask. And you don't really say the letters. I said to a student, what is Y-O-L-O? That's not how you address that at all. And they told me, it is YOLO. And I said, well, what is that? And you only live once. All three phases appear to be stable in their existence, but one vital aspect can be missing. You can do all of these things and never engage your heart. It is like trying to grab one molecule in your hand, but when you open it, it's empty. When you live with your heart, you can grab a hold, and it's something real and authentic. It was what you were intended to have. How can it be that I would obtain such a gift? Not alone. If you ask and search for it and seek it, you will find it for your heart. How will you know you've begun to really live? And I speak as a novice, just as a beginner in such a life. The focus will not be on yourself. It'll be on others. It'll be on someone else. Forgiveness received, given. Compassion, encouraging words spoken. No fear. True happiness and fulfillment. Your life will be real and authentic. I've always enjoyed a song, The Measure of a Man, and I highlighted some of the lyrics that I thought would be appropriate for today. This world can analyze and size you up and throw you on the scales. They can IQ and run you through their rigorous details. They can do their best to rate you, and they'll place you on the charts and then back it up with scientific smarts. But there's more to what you're worth than any human eye can see. Oh, the measure of a man, a person, a graduate, is not how tall you stand, how wealthy or intelligent you are. I ask for you to look inside to the bottom of your heart, because what's in the heart defines the measure of a man. Thank you so much for asking me to be here today. Too joyful a day to have any tears, so thank you so much.
Up next, Michelle Rath, Director of School Counseling, will recognize international students.
I have the distinct honor of recognizing our Essex High School seniors who were born outside of the United States. When I call your name, please stand and turn to face the audience. Henry Astor, South Korea. Hussein Bakswala, India. Sophia Cordner, China. Sally Kim, South Korea. Philip Krizanek, Germany. Madeline McHose, Canada. Liana Redmond, South Korea. Himani Sharma, Canada. Shivani Sharma, Canada. Ankur Srivastav, Canada. Charles Wu, Australia. Annie Zhao, Canada. Thank you.
Continuing with our student speakers, I would invite Kara Turnbull to join us on stage.
Class of 2012, this is it. The day we've all been waiting for quite some time now. After 4 years of seeing each other's faces every day, this is the last time we'll all be together like this. It seems strange to me that 4 years of studying for tests, doing homework, and perfecting the art of procrastination all boil down to this. We're all dressed up in matching caps and gowns, waiting in line to receive a piece of paper. What's stranger, though, is that I think I might actually miss high school. Don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy to be done with this year because my senioritis is just as bad as anyone else's. But the more I think about it, the more I realize I might actually miss some things next year. Like the camaraderie there is within some of my classes. Next year, there won't be anyone to understand any of the inside jokes we have now. People might look at me strangely if I say water instead of water, refer to potatoes as potats, and go through my writing with a red pen to highlight every occurrence of the word red. But for people in Mr. Weiss's advanced bio classes, that's stuff we do every day. And when I randomly try to incorporate the Greek letter theta into a speech, nobody but Mrs. Flaherty in my calculus class will know why. And only my lit class will ever understand how the gift of a slice of cheese on a pocket knife can be the greatest action of paternal love ever displayed. I'll bet every single one of you has stories like this, things that only a handful of people that you may never see again can understand. I'm also gonna miss my friends. I would never have guessed that when me and 3 other girls moved to a different lunch table in 8th grade because our old table got too crowded, that we'd become best friends and remain that way through the end of high school. You know who you are, and I love you guys. But I won't just miss my old friends from middle school and even before that, who sang Rockin' Robin with me during Wing Sing at Essex Elementary School. But I'll also miss my new friends who I've only just met. I know we'll keep in touch, and I know I'll make new friends in college, but how could they ever match the bunch of goofballs I call my friends now? I feel as though my high school friends really know me and understand every aspect of me, and it's going to be difficult to duplicate friends like that. But there are also a few things I can tell you I'm not going to miss. Like my alarm clock, going off at the most indecent time every morning. In my opinion, if the sun's not up yet, I shouldn't be either. Or coming in for a late arrival and thinking you see a parking spot up ahead, but getting there and finding out that it's not a spot. It's just a small car, so you have to circle the parking lot again and park in the back, or in visitors, or in faculty, because let's face it, we've all been there. Or when you're trying to get to class and there's a sea of freshmen standing still in the middle of a doorway, not moving. They never seem to have anywhere important to be except right in front of you, blocking wherever you're trying to go. You know what, though? Even though there are some things in high school I'll miss, or maybe not, I'm still really excited to go to college next year, and I sincerely hope that all of you feel the same way. I hope every one of you has something to look forward to next fall, be it college, a job, the military, traveling, or anything else. This chapter of our life has finally come to a close, and it's time for a new beginning, whatever that may be. But here's the thing. Just because we're done with high school doesn't mean we should just erase the entire experience from our lives. For those of you whose high school experiences were less than ideal, that may seem like the thing to do, and I really can't stop you. But before you do so, think back for a moment about all the valuable things that you've learned here. I'm not talking about the stuff you were tested on, that you crammed and then promptly forgot. I'm talking about the things you learned along the way when you weren't actually in class. Things like planning and organization, the consequences of procrastination, how to work with a group even when you can't stand the people, time management, the balance between work and play, and solid decision-making. Ask any adult in this room, and I can guarantee that they'll tell you all these things are life skills that they use on a daily basis, and I'll bet they all learned them, or at least started, in high school. So that's it. 4 years together, and now we're done. The last thing I can offer you is a quote from one of my favorite people, Walt Disney. He tells us that all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. I hope that each and every one of you can find the courage to pursue your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2012, and good luck.
And I'd like to invite Sally Kim.
Even in heels. Hi, everyone. First, I'd just like to get the obvious out of the way. We're graduating. And as one of my role models, Ellen DeGeneres, once said, when you're wearing a robe at 10 in the morning, it usually means you've given up. But today, it is the exact opposite. Today, each and every one of us has achieved a goal. We are the class of 2012. And as much as we'd like to claim all the credit, each of us knows that it couldn't have been done without the support of numerous other people. Thank you to our teachers for teaching us all that we need to know in our journey ahead. Until I came to Essex, I had never met teachers so willing to help, not just in the classrooms, but also advising clubs, meeting with us during academic support time, and answering our many emails. Now, this might be the norm at Essex, but we should know and appreciate that nationwide, this is exceptional. Also, thank you to our parents for changing our diapers, feeding us, supporting us, and everything in between. Oma, Appa, and even Jesse, I mean you. And of course, thank you to everyone else in the audience for clapping as we walk across the stage today. I know I may be a little biased, but I truly think that Essex High School is the best. Whether we're actors, athletes, writers, social activists, or Theta lovers, we have one thing in common: we do it well. In the past 4 years of our high school careers, we have won state championships in tennis, football, lacrosse, softball, track, and I'm not even going to name them all because there are 29. We have put on countless musicals and concerts. We have fundraised tens of thousands of dollars for the less fortunate. We have made a difference. But this wasn't placed in our laps. We worked hard and took full advantage of the unique characteristic that binds all EHS students together: perseverance. Life isn't perfect. In fact, at times, it's the worst enemy. When I was younger, I thought I wanted to have the perfect life. But now I realize that's impossible and something I wouldn't wish on anyone. In middle school, I was a follower, and even worse, I was a bully. I know, hard to believe. When I went to high school, I wanted to be independent and start a new me. But as I went from a school of 300 to one of nearly 2,000, I only learned one thing: I'm so insignificant. How could I achieve perfection when I felt like nothing? But I kept going. I made some great friends and got used to high school. Whether you like it or not, you know what I'm talking about since we were all freshmen once. Then 2 weeks before my sophomore year, my mom told me that I would be moving to the US. What? This made my facade of perfection even harder to uphold. I went to school and was extremely shy and quiet, although no one believes that anymore. I joined clubs to make friends, and life got a little bit better, but I was crying every night. Crying because my friends were hundreds of miles away, crying because my dad was just as far, crying because life just sucked. But I kept going. By the next year, I was already used to high school, I was already used to Essex, and I loved all my new friends. They're the ones who helped me stay sane as I leaped to multiple club meetings in a single bound. And of course, as expected, that's when life threw the next obstacle. I came home from school one day and my mom was already there. That's when I knew something was up. That day, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. What? My mom? The strongest woman I know? Cancer? But I and she kept going. Now, I'm not telling these stories to the hundreds of people here today because I want pity. In fact, that's exactly why I didn't tell people in the first place. I know that most of you deal with so much more and on a daily basis. Each of us has our own set of struggles, and yet everyone here has learned to persevere. And I'd like to say, I'm proud of you. Besides perseverance, one other thing connects all these stories. Whether I was moving on to high school, transferring to another country, or dealing with an ill parent, the only thing that allowed me to love my life was having friends and family by me every step of the way. You don't need to have a perfect life. In fact, you can't. But that doesn't make it any less valuable. Climbing over every obstacle that comes your way, that's what makes life interesting. So whether you plan on making music, saving lives, writing literature, playing sports, or whatever else in your future, I know that everyone in here will be successful. We're Essex after all. But just remember to persevere no matter what's thrown your way. Years from now, at our high school reunion, I will be part of the group of students who always kept going, and I hope to see you there. So in the words of the most inspirational memory loss survivor under the sea, just keep swimming. Thank you.
I'd like to now take time to recognize our Latin honor students. I'd like to honor the students who have achieved cum laude status, that is, students who have earned a GPA from 93 to 94.9. Would you please stand now? I'd like to now honor the students who have earned magna cum laude status, those students who have earned a GPA from 95 to 96.9. Would you please stand now? And I would like the students who have achieved summa cum laude status, those students who have earned a GPA of 97 or higher, would you please stand now? We are just about at the point where the class marshals will prepare the students to receive their diplomas, but I want to pause just momentarily as Alex eloquently referenced in his speech, the class of 2012, besides being outstanding in many ways, also has suffered an unusual high number of losses. Three distinct tragedies that I want to make sure that we pause for a moment and recognize. These students who are part of this class died way too young. These three students had many talents, skills, and aspirations. And I'd like to pause to remember at this time Shatavia C.C. Alford, Chelsea O'Sullivan, and Aaron Schway. Thank you. Class marshals, showtime. Mr. O'Neill will be reading the names.
All set? Charlotte Jane Adams. Betty Fay Memorial Scholarship awarded by Westford Volunteer Fire Department and Auxiliary. Katie Currier Memorial Scholarship, University of Vermont Scholarship. Lucia Isabel Alden. Carolyn Jane Barra Scholarship, American University Scholarship. Corinne Taylor Allen. Eric Nicholas Allen. Chelsea Megan Anderson, Messiah College Scholarship. Jared Jean Anderson. Thomas Fante Antense. Catherine Ann Armstrong. Chanello Jasmine Asanya. Lisa Marie Ashley. Henry Lee Astor. Philip Peter Auble. Rachel Ann Austin. Jenna Shaylin Bacon. Admir Bajrak Terovich. Alyssa Nicole Baker. Rachel Marie Bambera. Tess I. Barber. Daniel Jackson Barnes. Dylan Lee Bates. Kelsa Hope Badig. North Country Federal Credit Union Community Outreach Award, Grove City College Scholarship. Elizabeth Ellen Basluk. Luke Gary Beard. Nicole Olivia Bodwin. Jordy Marie Began. Jared Taylor Begnosh. Stephen Michael Benoit. Julie Elizabeth Berardo. Victoria Arlene Bergeron, Vermont All-State String Performance Scholarship, Vermont Festival of the Arts Young Musicians Award, Vermont Philharmonic John Borowitz Memorial Scholarship. Megan Elizabeth Bissett. Jed William Bilodeau. Tyler Brian Bittner. Stephen William Black. Isabella Catherine Blanchard. Sean Vincent Bombardier. Christopher Charles Booth. Gabrielle Maris Barasa. Hussein Bakswala, McGill University Scholarship. Dominique Marie Braceras, University of Vermont Scholarship. Jeffrey Maxwell Brewer, Union College Scholarship. Sierra Rose Brock. Aaron William Brunette, National Merit Scholarship, University of Vermont Scholarship. Ashley Jean Bushy Blow. Patrick Ian Campo. Kristen Ann Carl. Haley Elizabeth Carlin. Samuel Hope Carpenter III. Madison Marie Carrig. Brendan Kemp Charland. Kelly Patrice Cobbler, Wells College Scholarship. Molly Jeannie Cogdill. Victoria L. Cole. Lara Catherine Collins. Joshua Aaron Connell. Reed Michael Contois. Allison Winfield Cook, President's Volunteer Service Award, Thomas J. Watson Memorial Scholarship, University Mall Scholarship of Excellence. Sophia Grace Cordner. Adam Correa. Christopher Thomas Crapo. Lauren Virginia Cray. Benjamin T. Dahlgren. Joseph Craig Danis. Samuel James Davison. Alexandra Madeline Deline. Kayla Lynn Delagrada. Rose May D'Onofrio. Adam Andrew Desilets. Jenna Elizabeth Divino. Marjorie Hannah Devlin. Alex Michael Dickinson. Christopher Charles Diego. Evan Michael Dyke. Alec Lamazo Dorfner. Jordan Elizabeth Dow. Jacob Clay Dowman, Kiwanis Scholarship, Robin S. Morris Patriotic Scholarship, Clarkson University Scholarship. Sean Michael Downing. Kim Bridget Dvorak. Kimberly T. Willie Memorial Scholarship. Joshua Richard Dyke. Michael Christian Elliott. Rachel Elaine Elliott. Calvin Elmore. Tanner Joshua Elvidge, Northeastern University Scholarship. Isabella Catherine Esposito. Daniel James Eder. Michael Francis Farmer. Christopher John Farnham. Tyler James Farnsworth. Peter Robert Faulkner. David Christopher Fleming. Jesse Michelle Fortier. Megan Madeline Fortin. Tegan Marie Fortune. Michael Joseph Frazier. Trout Unlimited William Sloat Memorial Scholarship, Friends of Essex Football Award. Seth Jacob Fry. Stephanie Laura Fuchs. Yearbook Enterprise Scholarship, Friends of Essex Football Award. Rochelle Faith Gallo. Buddy Jacob Gamble. Alan Thomas Garrity. Siobhan Everin Gartland. Nicholas Raymond George. Matthew Bruce Giannuzzi. Caitlin Marie Gilmond. Marilyn Elizabeth Girardin. Anthony Michael Giroux. Brandy Lee Giroux. Brittany Jean Goodrich. Jordan Barlow Goodrich. Side Gusto. Stella Jane Gren. Jonna Marie Gribben, the Kathy Bergeron Book Award. Kirsten Priscilla Grout. Aaron Fletcher Gritch. Kevin James Giles. Abigail Grace Guthrie. Marissa Brooke Gwynn. Miranda Allen Gwynn. Jamil Baker Handy. Kate Elizabeth Hanson. Hira Huck, University of Vermont Scholarship. Philippe Alexander Hebert. Kimberly Michelle Hessen. Emma Lee Hoffman. Cody Hale Horstman. Sarah Bess Hunter, Roanoke College Scholarship. Nathan Kenneth Ireland. Sean Patrick James. Ryan Maxwell Janot. Liam Verghese John. Ian Christopher Johnson. Christopher Paul Jernak. Kayla Elise Callanan. Jessica Lee Kane. Kyle Paul Kane. Monica Evelyn Keithcart. Michael Brian Kelly. Robin Elizabeth Kendrew. Connor Daniel Bursell Kiley. Hun Young Sally Kim. Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship, Essex High School Band Scholarship, Essex Rotary Club Scholarship, University Mall Scholarship of Excellence, Vermont Science and Math Fair Scholarship. Kyle Joseph Kirby. Justin Peter Koval. Philippe Krasanik, Essex Junction Lions Club Award. Samantha Lynn Legue, Essex Junction Lion Clubs Award. Connor Foy Lancaster. Jordan Michael Larson, Western New England University Scholarship. Sarah Pauline Lawrence, University of Vermont Scholarship. Thomas Lee. Eric William Labria. Alyssa Lee. Spencer James Leggett, 1957 Alumnus and Alumna Scholarship. Renee Marie Lemieux. Shelby Nicole Lenz. Alyssa Abigail Leverins. Annie June Levine, Essex Classical Institute Scholarship, Green Mountain Athletic Association Scholarship, Robin S. Morris Patriotic Scholarship, Tufts University Scholarship. Christopher Sean Lear. Lucy Hallowell Lincoln. Mitchell Faye Logan, University of Massachusetts Amherst Scholarship. Emily Ann Lounsbury. Taylor John Lovely. Elizabeth Ann Lucas. Michael Kevin Lynch. Megan Mari McKenzie. Robert Michael Marcotte. Aaron H. Martin. Lucas Jacob Martin. William Francis Matraw III. Derek Richard McAdoo. Ryan Patrick McAvoy. Emily Catherine McGinty. Cameron Paul McGuire. Madeline Christine Betson McHose. Robin Elizabeth McLaughlin, All-State Composition Scholarship, Vermont Alliance for Arts Education Performance Scholarship, Houghton College Scholarship. Ashley Menard Livingston. Verity Pearl Mendes. Levi David Merchant. Monique Bree Mercier. Skylar Anthony Millette. Shannon Lee Merpana. Jessica Kate Mitchell. Keenan Alexander Middle. Natalie Jean Moffett. Lauren Shea Moore, Yearbook Enterprise Scholarship. Charles Allen Morinas. Matthew Henry Mulcahy. Shannon McCarthy Murtha. Benjamin Nelson. Case Dylan Nelson. Torin Anthony Nelson Maggiani. Oliver Nolte. Louisa Colette Nordweir. Linny Caroline O'Neill. Peter Christopher Orzel. Champlain College Scholarship. Katrina Ann Overton. Samantha Paquette. Jenna Louise Perry. Thomas Jeffrey Pelchat. Andrew Robert Pepin. Alexis Annette Perry. Dwayne Lansing Peterson III. Elizabeth Jean Pigeon. Molly Susan Platonia. Emma Louise Plouffe. Kyle Stephen Pomprion. Rahana Amin Pothiawala. Allison Diane Pratt, St. Michael's College Scholarship. Connor McNeil Pratt. Christian A. Pryor. Erica Olivia Quackenbush, University of Vermont Scholarship. Liana G. Un Redmond. Kelly Claudette Remillard, Knights of Columbus Council Scholarship. Devin Allen Rensa. Catherine Elizabeth Reynolds. Ellen Beth Ricks. Cody Donovan Rideout. Catherine Elizabeth Reese, Hart W.A. Green Award. Bailey Morgan Robbins. Dylan Scott Robbins. Matthew Jacob Robert. Taylor A. Rock, Castleton State University Scholarship. Carmen Rose Root, Essex Junction Lions Club Award. Timothy Daniel Rotenberger. Miles Vincent Rowan. Catherine Suzanne Rundle. Emily Ann Rutz. Emma Manning Schultz. Lily Alexandra Schultz. Rebecca Jean Senna. Ellen Walker Seiler, University of Vermont Scholarship. Himani Sharma. Shivani Sharma. Joshua Robert Sharp. Charles Paul Shepard. Michaela Jade Sheridan. Lindsay Eva Mae Shumway, St. Michael's College Scholarship. Savannah Lee Simons. Margaret Bryn Simpson. Alma Smajovic. Jeffrey Milan Smith, Hart W.A. Green Award. Zachary E. Smith. David Succoni. Matthew Donald Spencer, Essex Rotary Club Scholarship, Clarkson University Scholarship. Anna Frances Sprenger. Ankor Srivastav. Shane Daniel St. Cyr. Timothy Charles St. Louis. Kyle Leon Stetson, Goss Dodge Scholarship. Gregory James Stewart. Jordan Allen Stocker. Aaron O'Malley Stork. Shayna Ray Steigels. Kimberly Susan Schwarzkopf, University of New England Scholarship. Samuel Carl Swanky. Caitlin Alice Tallman. Kyle Kim Tangi. Reese Sebastian Tangi, Affinity Home Healthcare Scholarship, Paul Gallagher Entrepreneurial Scholarship, University of Massachusetts Dartmouth Scholarship. Travis Mark Tarver. Sarah Marie Tessitore. Megan Christina Trahan. Alexander Yanning Trick, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign Scholarship. Scott Nelson Trombley. Adam Robert Trudeau. Kara Marie Turnbull. John Thomas Valley. Nicholas James Vespa. Kevin Vidrio. Katrin Walsh. Grady Barry Ward Katie Courier Memorial Scholarship. Colin Joel Watts. Devin McKibben Weaver. Mark Patrick Weber. Catherine Ann Weed. Sarah Gabrielle Weiss. Lowe's Educational Foundation Scholarship, University of Vermont Scholarship, Essex Junction Firefighters Scholarship. Jack Tennyson Wythe. Elizabeth Karis Weller. Alexandra Catherine Wells, Gene Robinson Scholarship awarded by the Essex Boosters. Caitlin Marie Whelan, the Kathy Bergeron Book Award. Dallas Perry Winger. Dallas Perry Winger. I'm sorry, who did I miss? Alec Walsh. I'm sorry. Alec Gregory Walsh. Okay. Charles Cow Wu. Amy Marie Yando. Bradley Christopher Yando. Trevor Raymond Yando. Alex Otime Yeager. Samuel Oliver Zadatny. Annie Wang Zhao. Alec Walsh, I apologize. Didn't mean to miss you. Class of 2012, would you please move your tassels from the right side to the left side? Ladies and gentlemen, parents, brothers, sisters, we give you the class of 2012.
Okay, class marshals, please prepare the graduates. Proceed out of the skating facility. So graduates, have a seat. And one more time, focus on your class marshals. One more time. Not as cool as it was earlier, was it, folks? Class of 2012.